had a thing. Weird. All right. Welcome everyone to today's stream. Let me know if you can hear me. The YouTube playback is being a little stupid, but yes, I am here. Let me get the music started. Welcome to the stream, Null. Glad to see you. Oh, I need to turn down my volume. My music's kind of loud. There we go. Yeah, welcome everyone. Hope you're all doing well. I mentioned on Instagram a little bit more about what my plans are today, because as you can see, there's not a lot to sort. It's mainly, I've been working on audio detected, nice. I've been working on a kind of a side project, and I just have some stuff still out. Some of the stuff I'm not even putting away, I'm just putting behind me to then use it later. How I missed them as late. Yeah, at some point I will update the playlist. Tuscan from last stream hooked me up with some music. I just need to go through it and see if it's what I like. So I've liked some of it. Then the other thing is just making sure that it doesn't contain any copyrighted material. He said it. They said it didn't, but there's always a chance. People are kind of greedy that way, so I'll have to go through and do that. Huh. So because I have Discord open at the same time as well, I'm just like reading a few things, and on the CC server, it's interesting. There's a couple of people, well, one person right now, who is the first person in a while who I've heard does not like the new RP2 helmets from CAC. For some reason, they think the LEGO ones are better. Which, to each their own. I do prefer the CC ones though. More detail, and I think the shaping of them is overall better. I like how I'm also streaming at the same time as Micah. I did not mean to do that, but that was funny. So I'll give it like 1 extra minute, because I'm not sure how many people will show up to my stream then. Oh, the other thing I need to mention is I will only be streaming for about an hour to an hour and a half today. Probably an hour, but I have some wiggle room. CC is the best ever. I personally find them to be pretty good. I just bought some more CEC off of a buddy, and I also bought some more LEGO figures from another guy, but I will now have, when those packages arrive, I will now have 3 full CEC figures, 2 that are commandos, which I already have, and then I will be getting a 212th trooper. I think it's 180 printing, so it's similar to LEGO, just with more printing because it's CC in general. Yeah, CC now has printed visors, which was kind of ironic to see, because I think it was about a year ago someone asked CC if they were going to do that, and the answer was it'd be too difficult to print on the visors because how small they are. They're kind of flimsy, but here we are, and then we have printed visors, which means I need to update my Cody. Not this Cody. Oh, you can't even see, but I have my AP1 Cody over here, but not this Cody. Although, actually, I do need to update this Cody, because in TCW, AP1 Cody still has, like, all the extra bits and bobs on his helmet. I just need to see if he has the printing or not. So I actually do need to update that helmet. Alright, let's get started. I also have a limited battery life, so we'll see how long my battery lasts on my laptop. Because it's having to run multiple programs at once, I'm not sure how long the battery will live. And yet we don't have the other ARF helmets. One day, Null. One day. Slowly but surely. If I remember right, CAC has mentioned what his plan is. I can't remember if that was for staff only, or if that was in general, like members could know, but I I can't remember what that plan is, so yeah. P2... He does have the design on his visor. Okay, so that means I need to update both my AP2 Cody and my RP2 Cody. But yeah, if P1 Cody also has like the little pattern on his helmet, let me know. Because I know he has like the little light and the other additional like antenna thing on his helmet, on his sun visor, but that's all I can remember. If we need to, for working on the TIE Defender, I have another TIE Fighter set we can open and salvage parts from. Also, let me know if this camera angle works. I had to adjust the camera a little bit to get it plugged into my laptop, but if the angle is not that great, let me know and I can try to change it. The misprint bags are back. Nice. Why does my YouTube playback say there's no concurrent viewers even though Noel is here? That's weird. Weird. Let's see. Tread-wise, I shouldn't actually... I need just that. When I'm done sorting some of the stuff just a little bit, I'll actually show what the side project is that I've been working on. Let's see. So that can actually go down there. I'm not using these at all. I've already decided I'm using the medium-sized treads. Oh. For a second there I thought this bag was empty. Good thing I didn't just huck it. But I do need to put some of those parts back in there. I think that was it? Yeah. That was the other thing. I forgot to get out the majority of my containers to actually put stuff away. Like all my slope containers in a weird spot, so I can't actually go and grab that right now. But it's not too bad. Let's see. That was 8 of those. Okay, good. And then this can just go back to that slot right there. Yeah, how's everyone doing in chat? Also, if you guys have things you want to talk about, let me know. I don't have a whole lot to talk about that's not Star Wars related, but yeah. What game is it? Is it called Star Wars Hunters? Is that the new... I think it's a mobile game. It's not a first-person shooter. It's a combat game. An arena combat game. The only reason I kind of care about it is some of the characters look kind of cool. There's I forget what he is. I think he's an Ugnaught who modified a droideka to be used as like his personal transport, but also as like as a buddy. So it's like a tag team, and it looks pretty cool. Seeing droideka with like a little seat for the Ugnaught. There's also a stormtrooper guy, because it's supposed to be... I believe it's after the events of the original trilogy, so the Empire has... And at this point, the Empire has fallen. Because I think it happened... I think this game is supposed to happen roughly the same time as, like, The Mandalorian. And I guess the... present in Book of Boba Fett, and so there's a stormtrooper guy in there who's like fighting for the Empire, even though the Empire doesn't exist anymore. He does not have the design, just lots of scuffs. Okay, but he still has the like the little headlight piece and the additional antenna, right, Noel? Because if he does, I'll upgrade my Cody right now, because I can just grab the antenna that's underneath me. Yes, he does. Oh, speaking of Book of Boba Fett, did you see the meme? Yes, I saw the meme. I thought it was pretty funny. Yes, he does? Okay, let me upgrade my Cody right now then. Which container did I put those guys in? Oh, that's right. I did some organizing, and all my remaining Clone Trooper stuff is actually with all my Imperial stuff, so that's kind of funny. Let's see. I haven't actually changed Cody's visor in a long time, so I'm curious how this looks. Because I think this is an area light visor. And I mean, for the animated look, it's pretty good. I like this bigger size, but I'm curious what this detailed CC visor looks on Cody. It's okay, but now I remember why I don't use them. The issue is how this helmet mold is made. If you can see, that hole for where the helmet sun visors would attach is actually in the way for these P2 visors from working. Like, it kind of rests here, but not really. So I think for the time being, until CC fixes that, I'm gonna go back to using this area light visor that I was given, that I didn't realize was area light until later. So, but I'll keep that in mind. Yes, Noel, if you happen to catch those as well, just take care of them. They are most likely bots, and I believe, I looked it up once, I believe they just spam, it's either a virus link, or it's a link to a inappropriate website. Like, pornographic, inappropriate website. So yeah. If you see anyone posting those, just remove them, report them, whatever it takes to have them go away. The last stream, there was quite a few. The bots were kind of active last week. Or has it been a week or 2 weeks since I last streamed? I can't remember, but yeah, last stream there was a number of them. Yeah. You know how I also didn't build any of those battle droids from those 501st battle packs? Well, I built 2, but I didn't give them any arms just because for what I was using them for, it didn't matter. Oh, why did they print the... Okay, that must be an older pair of battle droid legs on this. On the one I just showed, I just noticed as well. Lego printed the serial number for this piece on the front. So it's like super obvious in the way. That's annoying. I'm glad they changed that, because that is annoying. Oh boy. And there's link spams. I guess if we have time, if I start like losing energy for the TIE Defender, we can just start working on this side project as well, because I mean, I'm already kind of close to being done with it, at least the physical build of it. So let's see, I still need these for testing purposes, so I will put them in a better location. I also still need those, and I need to close this bag. Can you guys hear the music? Let me know if you can still hear the music. It's a little quiet. I may have made it too quiet. Yes, the other thing I need some help with is chat. When do you want to see my first video of 2022? I was having a hard time deciding a day to actually release them. I have 2 videos prepared and ready to go. I just need to actually publish them. I haven't fully decided on when. Because I want to be able to send out like the Instagram and the Twitter notifications, but previously I would do that at 9 o'clock right now. No, not right now. Previously I would do that at like 9 a.m. my time because I could. I cannot do that though. Well, that's not necessarily true. I could do that for Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays if I really want to. I'm probably only going to be posting 1 video a week, which is fine. But if I want to maintain what I did previously, it would need to be on a Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. Or I can pick a different time, and I can do Tuesdays and Thursdays. I was kind of thinking I'm going to try to avoid Sundays and is it Tuesdays? Or is it, no, it's Wednesdays and Sundays, because that's when Coconut releases his videos. Although he releases his videos in like at midday, whereas I try to release mine kind of in the morning-ish. So I will probably just go with Monday and see how that goes. Wait, so you've been awake since 3 a.m. today, Noel? That sucks. Oh, I put away this thing for my battle droid parts, even though I just found another one. Is there any of those other things? I mean, I could sort the rest of the stuff, but I'm technically still using, and I don't have the bag, so what I'll do is just kind of slide this stuff over. Trying to keep these red bricks organized because they were already on my table even before I started doing this side project, so I want to keep those at least organized. And I should probably put this other stuff that I am aware of that I have multiples out of in the piles as well. Pretty sure that what I just said didn't make a whole lot of sense, but that's okay. Let's see, these are the same as those, so those can go together. The axles and stuff can go away because I finally put my axles and some of my pins into this acromil container that is off camera. I can go there. I'm gonna try and speed up just a little bit quicker so we can actually start building. One issue I do have, and it might be the reason why we switched to working on something else besides the TIE Defender today, is I haven't actually reconstructed my TIE Defender from my physical build to studio. So I think what we'll end up doing is mainly working on a pair of wings, and that's probably about it, unless we want to work on the cockpit area where the pilot sits. Because I don't want to lose too much of what I've already done before. Oh, you read Fellowship of the Ring? Were you not on one of the airplanes that has movies available? Although I've heard the books are really good. I've never actually read the Lord of the Ring books. I know they're good because I mean the movies that they spawned are pretty good. Although the Hobbit movies are not that great. But the Hobbit as a book, I thought was really good. It's a good children's story. The movies changed quite a bit of the Hobbit story, which I disliked. But I don't know if that's the case with the Lord of the Ring movies versus the books. Is there a big difference? I know some of the scenes are drastically different, but unlike the Hobbit, I think it was just scenes, right? Whereas the Hobbit, there was a lot changed. Majority of the scene, a lot of scenes were changed to include like the love interest that I forget, and also Legolas was added. And I was like, oh, okay. He doesn't need to be here, but okay. Alright, I will sort the rest of these things slightly later. You've never watched the movies? Wow, no. Well, you have something to look forward to. Although it's I think it's one of those things where you will probably be you'll be slightly disappointed because you're reading the books, just because that's usually how it goes. If you read the books and then the movies are somewhat of a letdown in certain aspects, but I think overall it'll be a good thing to see. But that's also, again, coming from me who hasn't actually read the books, so who knows. Alright, so that area is cleaned up. So let me just give a brief overview of the side project I've been working on. If any of you have seen the TCW movie recently, or have seen the first episode that have the Zillow Beast in, you will probably recognize this. So, many of you also know I've been working on a UCS Corporate Alliance tank droid. So, as kind of just a small build to get me back into thinking minifigure scale, I've been working on a Corporate Alliance tank droid from the movie, the TCW movie, and then the Battle of Malastare. This is what I've got for the main body of the tank so far. Hey, welcome to the stream, Bryson. Oh, that's cool, Bryson. I hope you are able to find much success on your mission. I do have some of the other components as well. Like, this is what the front wheel gear thing is going to be. This is what the back is going to be. I just need to now finish building the body, attach everything, and finish off some of these details. Like, the TCW tank has these, like, eye covers, and I've kind of got a design, but I have no way of actually having it attached firmly yet. It kind of just rests there, and then if you shake it, it falls off. So I have things I need to fix with it, but that's what I've been working on off camera. I was debating on doing a, what are they called? A building series on it, but I'm almost done with it. So yeah. Am I still going to school? Yeah, I'm still at college. I am on my 5th semester now. Had a few rough patches, so I've had to retake some classes, but I'm getting there. Thanks for asking. So, alright. Now that I've shown that off, let me just push that off to the side, and the eye cover falls off. Oh well. And let's start working on the TIE Defender. So the main goal with the TIE Defender is I'm trying to have it mimic the Lego set TIE Fighter from 2021, in that it has these clips and these tiles that outline the wings. When I built this originally, as you can tell, I did not do that. The black plates are extruded more than the light gray plates, and I'm trying to fix that. Let me actually turn this way. Yeah, I can't remember. I think this was back when I was actually watching Rebels, like for the first time completely through the show. So when it came to the Defenders, I just kind of rewatched a few of the scenes and built this out of. Oh, I want to say this is the result of 2 TIE Fighter sets already. So if we use a 3rd one, then that's gonna increase maybe some of the rareness of some of these parts. But there is some stuff to fix besides the wings. My cockpit area here, where the pilot sits, has a few issues as well. Some of the shaping I'm not a huge fan of. This does, and it also requires a stand, and these wings are incredibly loose as well. They won't fall off unless you shake it really hard, but they shake regardless, and are kind of annoying when trying to move this thing around. Mainly because, since this is supposed to be the TIE Defender out of Rebels, a lot of the time they don't show the back, so I'm not 100% sure what the engine area is supposed to look like. But that's enough of that, so let's just pull off this top pair and see what we can do. But yeah, all 3 wings are attached using one of those Technic connectors that has three axle connector bits. So yeah. Wow, no. Wow. Real mature. So you know what I will do? Is I will actually pull up an image of the TIE Defender from Rebels. We'll have to... let's see. Ah, okay, this is a good image. Not sure what episode that's from, but it's pretty good. I like how there's both Wikipedia, and then there's also a Clone Wars show dedicated Wikipedia, and then there's also a Rebels dedicated Wikipedia. And the nice thing about it though is sometimes the specific wikis have better images of what I'm trying to do. Usually that's the case for Rebels. The Rebels dedicated Wikipedia has better images from the show than Wikipedia in general, since Wikipedia has everything, so it includes specifically the TIE Defender, because it's both in Legends and canon. There's a lot of different images of what this thing can look like. So yeah, I scrolled to the wrong bit. Okay, so I don't really want to have to deal with this connector bit right now, so I'll pull that out and put it back in that. The nice thing about what I have done so far is I do actually use that big old plate to pin thing that's in the actual TIE Fighter set. I think I have the rest of... Oh. Okay, I pushed a little too hard, and I guess I popped the wing off. Yeah, the connection, some of the connections are not great either, but that's fine. I can, and I, whatever, nice. But I can fix that after the stream's over. Let's see, I do have those plates around here somewhere. I thought they were in here. Oh, yeah, they're right here. These plate things from the TIE Fighter set. This TIE Defenders right now uses 3 of them. That may change, of course, depending on how we upgrade these wings. But so I would probably want to pop off a wing completely from that, and then probably disassemble this wing completely, so I know what parts I'm using. Also, like the guns I built for this thing aren't great. Like, they're just attached by a clip and that's it. So that's probably what I'll do. I'll spend some time right now and disassemble this. And then if we don't get too far, seeing how it's already been half an hour, I might have to pause the stream for a moment. My laptop battery's not doing so hot. Man. I guess streaming takes a lot out of a computer battery. Alright. I can't remember. I think a lot of the inspiration for how I designed these wings was from 2 different people who designed TIE Interceptors. I always forget how to say the channel's name, but it's like Haruku24 made a TIE Interceptor mock out of the TIE Fighter set. I say mock because they did not use just parts from the set. They utilized parts that were not included in that set as well for stuff. And then there was another person, but I do not remember their name at all, that also did a TIE Interceptor mock last year around the same time, and I saw that and used some of it for inspiration as well. I can't remember, chat. Any of you who follow Brickvault, do they have a TIE Defender already? Did Jarek design a TIE Defender already? I'm going a little slow with disassembling this wing just so I can keep some of it organized, the parts organized, so when we do start building, I can quickly find stuff. Yeah, so the goal is to have any of the black parts that we use that represent like the solar panels that the TIE Defender uses will be the opposite of extruded, and I can't remember, but they'll be... I can't remember that word. So another way of saying what I was about to say is all the light gray portions of this will be extruded and pop out more than the black parts. And then they're still trying to figure out how to use all those clip pieces to make a better outline of the wings. Because yeah, I see most people do it this way, where they just put plates on top of each other. Or there's a couple people like Jarek who do snot design, and I think both approaches are pretty good. I do prefer, and I know a lot of you also prefer, the snot look when it comes to like movie accurate builds. I like the plate build, like stacking plates. I like that design for like vehicles and stuff that are from like cartoon shows like TCW and Rebels. I think what I'm trying to do is definitely unique. I haven't seen too many people at least post about it online. There's probably people obviously who have done this similar thing but just don't post about it on the internet. But intruded. Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen too many people online try to do TIE variants in this style. It's usually just stacking plates, which, like I said, it's not bad, not wrong. Obviously, there's no wrong way of doing this, because it's Lego. You can do whatever you want. Gertrude. If you run into a woman named Gertrude, run away. She's probably a witch. That's how old she is. True. There's also been a decline in women. I think specifically women. I think there's also there's times that men have also been named this as well. There's a decrease in the amount of people named Karen as well. Alright, wow. Making the wing did not include as many pieces as I thought it would, but... Alright, so... I kind of want to have like the general shaping that I had already. So that would be one of these, and this is going to look mirrored, obviously. I'm not sure how... That's right, because this webcam can't actually zoom, as far as I can tell. Or I would zoom in on what I'm doing right now. So this would be that. Oh, that's somewhere else. What was this piece used? Was it just... Oh, it's just on the other side. Okay. So this wing generally looked like this before disassembling it. This, and then this piece. This 2x6, and then one of these 2x2s with a corner cut out. And then there was one of these that was like right here, which looks like it was meant to represent just the border of the solar panels. Okay. I wonder why. I wonder why the name Karen is dying out. Who knows? It's a mystery. So it was that, and then maybe I was looking at the wrong image, because I have these I'm gonna call them splitters, but that's not the word for them. But I have these light gray tiles going up and down at 90-degree angles, when it looks like they're actually supposed to be angled. They're supposed to look more like... They're supposed to be like... That one's supposed to be right there at that change of angles, and then similar to the other one. So we have kind of a triangle here, we have a triangle in the middle, and then we have another triangle here. Whereas the wings I have currently is kind of a triangle, a rectangle, and then another triangle. So that is going to be interesting to try and do. It reminds me, doing this right now reminds me when I was working on some TIE interceptors and the Mining Guild TIE Fighter from the same show. Those were interesting to try and do. In this style too. Obviously if I just stacked plates it'd be pretty easy, but trying to do this is kind of difficult. So the main thing is I either have to make these wings 2 studs wider, so I have room to include the light gray border around everything, or I have to build over some of the black pieces. I'll probably have to just build over some of the black pieces. Is that really how that was? Oh, I guess these black pieces were on top of this light gray piece, so that's why it looked the way it did. Okay. So what to do then? So I'd probably want to do generally something similar. I think the reason I was using these two is I think Haruku recommended using these in black, and I just don't have any of them in black. I have them in like light gray or white. Or I have like the 2x2 version of them in black, but I think I used all those, and then I ended up using like tan and white as well. Yeah, that's the issue. So I can still technically use this piece. And if I do something similar to what I was already doing, and I can continue to just use these tile pieces. Why did I... And this is bent. Why did I have it like that? Oh, I see now. When I have this at an angle, even though this tile is one plate closer, it still balances out due to the angling. Okay. There's also that gap in the middle, but... I mean, I could do something about that gap in the middle, but also... I mean, I might as well. It's annoying to have. When it comes to stuff like this, when there's a gap when there's not supposed to be, that's kind of annoying. So my main issue... Maybe I shouldn't have disassembled that wing. But my main issue is just trying to get this look. I don't know how easy it's going to be to show, but get this look right here with these tiles to be on all of these 3 other sides. Well, technically 4 because of right in the front, but yeah. So in order for me to do that, I can... Oh no. You could play Ocean Block, but it's definitely not like Project Ozone 3 Kappa mode, but I mean it's a 1.16.5 mod pack with I mean it's like it's a kitchen sink pack, so it's obviously not quest. It has rewards that you can do, but it's like a getting started quest, and then you can do whatever you want, and then you can earn rewards for doing certain things. But it's still up to you to do whatever you want. So it's not like Kappa where you're dependent on one mod to use another mod. Maybe all I needed to do, so I just need to change this light gray plate, this light gray wedge to be black, and then I just border around that. I could technically do that with all of these then. Though I have the same issue of I have this rectangle bit in the middle here where it's supposed to be another triangle, so that would mean doing something there. Though I don't think that'd be that bad. The other issue is I might just make these wings appear to be too big if I do it that way, but that might be the way to go. So let's see if I can just modify this wing then before I do that then. So I'm going to need to grab these clips of varying kinds. So if I just had, so I'm going to need those ones too, the 1x1 clips. If I had something here that had that hooked like that, then I could use the 1x2 alternating clip and kind of mark that out. Okay. The issue then is just trying to figure out how to get that to connect. But I think the way I achieved that with my not my defender, with my interceptors is I used a 1x1 bracket in that spot. So let's see. That bracket type would be directly behind my laptop, so in a weird spot. Alright. Because it would probably be one of these hard to get brackets, unfortunately. Though that extends this front area by, seems like an additional stud, additional plate. And I have this weird spacing going on that I'd probably have to put a plate behind this for. And then that doesn't match the angle all the way. Unless I just need to move that by one stud again. But then there's still that gap. But that is better. What is that one called, Bup? That sounds interesting. I'm curious. I need to probably display this additional set. Slightly different. There we go. Okay, that's right. You do still see this. So if I did something like this and then just went across with the tiles and plates I have access to. I'd have something that looks, and it's going to be really shaky at the moment, I have something that looks like that now. A little difficult for me to tell if I'm showing this correctly with the playback since it's like half come out. Oh yeah, I need to pull that down just a bit. If I have this now I just need to take care of this, and then these straight bars that are actually on both sides. It's called Ocean Outlast? Are you still in the middle of the ocean though? One thing I also need to start doing is, so I started taking a class that teaches game design, and the instructor recommended playing, I can't remember if he said like a different video game each time, but need to play a video game for at least an hour so I can like not review it, but while I'm playing try to identify different game mechanics and things that either help improve the game quality, the gameplay, and the player's enjoyment, or hinder it. I say an hour because the way he made it sound like is I'm gonna get so busy at some point within this degree that an hour is all I can probably muster to play a video game for. So you are in the middle of the ocean? Ah, that sounds like a fun one maybe, Buck, because I mean there's plenty of skyblock packs out there, so doing an ocean block pack might be a nice change. So if I do what I'm thinking about doing, I need to change this connection, at least for the moment, very haphazardly. It would look something like that, which I don't know if chat you can see, but and I'd clip this, and then does this actually achieve the angle? Kind of. It kind of forces that to pop up though. So I may have an actual, may still have a bit of a gap. But that is better than that. Does mean I'll probably have to cover that up though. It would be like that. Okay, that does. I don't have it in light gray, but I'll have to use this black 1x3 for the moment. Okay, there's a bit of a gap, but I think it is better. Hey moderators, if you can take care of that, thank you. So then, can I just do this again? Yeah, and then I just need the 1x4. Thank you, Buck. I do have some of these 1x2 modified plates that have clip connections on both sides. I may use those at some point, though. So far I'm having an okay time not using them. And if I can not use them, the better, because I don't have that many of them. So I kind of assume they're not that common, though I have certain parts in my collection that I have quite a bit of that are actually not that common. So. Oh, that's from all of the dimensions. So if you do still, I know you already said you're probably not going to play it, but if you try to play it again, try to clean up your end and your nether files, because there's probably a lot of unused terrain and chunks that you've loaded that you're not actually doing anything with, but they're taking up space in the files. And then, so if you can clean those up, then you have more space for, well, your world file will be your world save will be a lot smaller. Okay, so this kind of works, but then I do have a significant gap. I say significant, it's not as big as other gaps I'm having to deal with, but it is still a gap. But actually, I might be able to take care of that if I just put some plates behind this clip piece. If I go like that, then that kind of takes care of it. Okay. Then the issue is this 1x6 tile is too long. So I will have to use a 1x4 and a 1x1 tile. And I am out of tiles. So I will quickly... Yeah, let me just get the box that I have tiles in real quick. Yeah, I think this is it. This one's pretty light, so it must be my tile box. Yeah, there we go. I just grab actually I'll grab both a 1x4 and a 1x1. Though I am like all out of light gray 1x1 tiles because of all the stuff I've been building recently. That's the issue with doing Star Wars, is there's so much that's in light gray that I'm starting to run out of those types of colors. The other issue is I'm not sure if I have this wraparound in the right area because it's only connected into one spot. It likes to wiggle around a lot. About a bowl of soup and a screenwriting. Nice. Just the way R.R. Tolkien intended it to be. Okay, so if I do this, then what I'd probably want to do, I'll pop this whole paneling off so it doesn't break. Can I get this out? No. Is that? Okay, is it just a 2x2? If it's just a 2x2, I can do something real quick. Okay. So if that's just a 2x2, then I can... Oh. Those are now in the way. Although, are those just 2x2s? I'm trying to get this 2x6 thing to go in this spot, because I think it will help with holding the border in place. Having to rip out quite a bit of this just to get to it. Oh, I have to rip that out too. Okay. So this 2x6 needs to get ripped out, which means I'm gonna pop it out from the side, I guess, which probably means I'm losing that. Okay, so that whole section is now kind of gone for the whole moment. And then I think this is just a 1x6. It's in a really awkward position. Okay, can I get this out now? Yes. Okay. Let's put that back if I can. Let's put this in the spot that I was thinking about. So that would extend this out farther than it was before, though. Wait, so there's six-ish dimensions, right? Because there's also the Airbus, and there's also... Oh, it also depends on what version you're playing, Bub. Because the one I remember, because I was watching Hypnotized play that pack on that one version of the pack. So for him, he had like 7, because Landia was a thing. Okay, so I would probably have to go about this. So this kind of works, kind of doesn't, for what I was trying to achieve. The wraparound works, but the solar panels are not sunk in on both sides like they should. That would require me making the solar panel portions of this 1 plate thick, and that's it. Or... well, actually, that's not true. Not 1 plate thick, it'd be 2 plates thick. Because I can mess with that just a little bit, because the width of a plate has some wiggle room if you're then stacking plates. But at least with the way I have this right now, I could probably put that back in and then potentially put this on top. So I think that was kind of how that back bit looked. I mean, I could just look at another one of these wings. Yeah, that's kind of how that looked. Okay. There was a tile here, and then there was one of these on top. So I did... yes, that kind of fills in the space. Okay. I'm going to skip this song because it's kind of cool, but it's also making me want to fall asleep. So let's get a more Let's get a more energetic song. For the last, probably like the last little bit here. Can I please get a more energetic song? Oh, okay. That last one was energetic, but it took a second to load, so I didn't hear it in time. Holy crap. Alright, this song we'll have to do. If I were to move this 1x4 tile just a tiny bit more. So now it hangs too far, but if I push it back, it hangs too little. Okay. I may have to use jumper plates for that spot though, to get those to line up correctly. But I think we've kind of achieved it, chat. I just need to go in here and instead of using one of the wings I've already built, just go through here with what I've got on my table. Make the mirrored wing and then do the border and see if I can make everything still work yet be a little bit more accurate to the show. So we have a couple more minutes. Let's start prototyping a little bit, I guess, on that. Because I think, yeah, I'll just go for the hour. That's fine. So we have only a couple more minutes left. So I think I still want the general shape that I have for these wings. So that's a 2x3 wedge plate, and then 3x6 plates, I should say, that are wedged. Let me actually, I need to get this thing out of the way. How do this in chat? You're not going to be able to finish another video until February? No? Is that what your old English is supposed to be saying? Okay. If I'm right, let me know, and I will give myself an award, because that was hard to read. And yeah, take your time, Noel. Whatever you need to do to be able to achieve everything you need to each day, and then also do YouTube if you want. Hey, Crystal, welcome to the stream. You actually showed up towards the end. I'm ending the stream in a couple of minutes. But right now we're just kind of chilling. What we ended up doing is started working on the tie defender a little bit after cleaning a little. And I disassembled one of the wings in this pair, and then I started building on top of the other one. What I'm going to try to do whenever I have free time is build the other wing, but hopefully in a way that makes these solar panels sunken in more than what they currently are. I also showcased a side project I was working on at the beginning, or I showcased a side project that I've been working on off camera, and I also asked when would be a good time to release videos for the whose tie defender design is this? This currently right now is mine. This is my design. And I'm trying to update it to how I currently do TIE fighters. Because this one's just stacking plates. I'm trying to do it so I do the whole like border outline like Lego did for their 2021 TIE fighter. Which we never actually did open up that other set I was going to use for parts. I will probably do that off camera. That gives me another Stormtrooper, another TIE pilot, and another one of those Death Star droids or whatever. Thanks, Crystal. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's still pretty good. I was never a huge fan of how I designed these guns because I did them as like a second thought. I was struggling there because I was debating with myself if that's actually the phrase that you're supposed to say for that. whatever. They were an afterthought. That was the phrase I was looking for. But everything else looked okay. I need to also update this area too, where the pilot sits. It's a bit bulky and doesn't look as great. Should you buy the UCS one or Brickvault one? I have heard mixed opinions. I believe, from what I've heard, they're both roughly the same price. So it may be better to get the Lego one and then use whatever you have in your collection to upgrade it just a little bit. A big difference between the Lego one and the Brickvault one is the Lego one has the posable joints in the knees and the legs, whereas Rich Boy J, who's the designer for the one that Brickvault sells, did not include that. So when you build the Brickvault one, the legs cannot move. I think. I think you can pose them a little bit, but the knee area specifically cannot be posed. They are what they are. Whereas the Lego one, they made the joints, which you have to use that Lego built screwdriver for, which I find is funny. But yeah, if you happen to find a Brickvault AT-AT for less than 800, that would probably be the one I would recommend then, just because it'd be cheaper, and then you can do the necessary modifications to it. Alright, well, I'm gonna end my stream here. Thank you to everyone who showed up. I know Micah and I just apparently decided to stream at the same time. We'll try to avoid that in the future. But thanks everyone for showing up. My name has been Clone Plays. It's the Minecraft outro song, basically. Remember, every clone has its roots in the original. I will be releasing my first YouTube video in a long time. It will be published and viewable on Monday. It's going to be a speed build of Thrawn's Revenge's TIE Punisher. And then after that, I'll have a video about my snail tank. So yeah, thanks everyone. Hope you have a great day. If you still want to see some Lego content, go check out Micah Nike's channel. I know he's streaming right now. Something to do with Ninjago. So yeah, thanks everyone. Have a great day. I'm not sure when I'll stream again, but I will try to stream again sooner than later. Bye bye.